What's up, guys? Here it is, your update video 2.03. The patch is officially out. As you can see, kind of creepy in my opinion. There is Fakumram, and as always, I'm gonna show you the patch notes, what has changed for Xiaoyu, buffs, nerfs. I haven't checked the main menu myself since this update, so um, let's see what's gonna happen. It's still, I think, maintenance. Yeah, maintenance, which is fine. Exciting items, super exciting. Okay. Let's go into practice mode. We've been waiting for this. Oh, there he is. Oh, come on. Not playable yet, but it's fine. I'll pick Xiaoyu. And of course, the new stage as well. Also not available now. Or maybe I even have to buy it. Anyway, guys, 5 floor blast on this last level of this stage, which is gonna be insane.
Get ready for the next battle.
This is gonna be insane, but yeah, speaking of insane, the patch is out, the patch notes are out, and as we know, they have announced that there's gonna be a couple buffs in this patch. So certain characters will get buffs, and also this patch is gonna be the last, I'm gonna call it maybe big one, major one, before major tournaments like Evo are gonna happen, or other mastery events like versus fighting in August. So yeah, you can tell, okay, their expectations were there. This is probably the last attempt to introduce big changes to certain characters before the big tournaments are happening. Long story short, it didn't happen. Let's just jump right into it. These are the Xiaoyu changes. I hope you can see the screen now. So basically, as you can see, for Xiaoyu, she got two. Honestly, for me, it's more of bug or tracking fixes. So the first one, back for one, her 13 frame heat engager. The tracking capability of the second hit has been enhanced when landing the first hit, mitigating the occurrence of whiffing midway through. So after landing the first hits, apparently sometimes the second hit would whiff. I don't remember this ever happening to me. I don't think I've ever seen this happen, but I guess they have seen it happen. So they fixed the tracking of the second hit. So basically it should not whiff anymore. So if the first hit lands, the second hit should land as well. So that is the first change for this patch. So that's not a buff, that's not a nerf, it's just a fix. And the second change for Xiaoyu specifically, and that's also her last change, is back 1+2, and that's also an interesting one because I don't know what exactly it means. Decrease the distance from opponent on first attack, mitigating the occurrence of whiffing mid-combo. Decrease the distance from opponent on first attack. I guess depending on the distance to your opponent after you land the back 1+2, maybe your follow-up buttons after back 1+2 would whiff. I guess that's what it's supposed to mean. So after landing a back 1+2, your opponent will be closer now. So you will, you will not see your combo drop right after the back 1+2 that often anymore. I can only think of instances where you would do back 1+2 and then forward 2 and maybe, you know, depending on the angle, it's, you know, similar to maybe this one, where sometimes this one might whiff. But as for the first change, I haven't really seen this happen, so it's an interesting change. And again, it is not a buff, it is not a nerf, it's just a fix in my opinion. You know, which means for her both changes, back for 1 and back on +2. So for the first one, the tracking got fixed, and the second one, I guess, follow-up combo buttons to make sure that you're gonna land follow-ups after landing a back on +2 launch, that got fixed as well. And this is all we got. And I want to mention a couple other things as well. So what they also did is, and that's interesting, I'm gonna show you what exactly happened. So now, wait, that was the wrong one. They changed the frames on rage arts. So now they are no longer -15. Yeah, they're -18 now. You know, basically giving us more options to launch punish the opponent. So every single rage art in this game right now will be -18 instead of -15. You know, which is fine, considering that we have more health now, from 180 to 200, and you would like enter rage quicker. So we have more frames to punish you, because you will have maybe even more health. So that's fine. But that's like one of the biggest changes in this patch. And you know, overall, like, I don't want to show you the whole thing, but you know, of course I was checking the entire patch notes, and yeah, it is still underwhelming. Like, this was supposed to be another major patch with nerfs, right? I mean, they've announced it as the last major balance patch, and from now on there's gonna be only fixes, smaller adjustments. You know, and like you can check the patch notes for yourself. I'm gonna you will find the link in the description. But yeah, it is not enough. You know, they have, I mean, I just, you know, quickly ran over the patch notes, but from what I've seen, they have nerfed Safina's back on +2. You can step it now, which is amazing, and it's not dealing as much chip damage anymore. Asuka, her rage art, which you can delay and hold, is now -13, so we can finally punish it. So that's cool. Brian got some frames nerfed as well, but he deserved much more in my opinion. Devil Jin is the only character, I think, with a big buff. He has a 14 frame while standing launcher now, with while standing 2. 14 frame launcher now. They've changed that. You know, this is the fun part. In the patch notes, you can check it for yourself. They're even mentioning that they planned on buffing a couple of characters, but yeah, after a lot of consideration, it was only Devil Jin. They've only buffed Devil Jin. Just, you know, to make sure, and that's what the patch notes are saying, that the balancing in this game overall isn't gonna change too much. That's why Devil Jin received the was sending 2 14 frame launcher, I guess. Like, that's the biggest buff, and maybe even the only buff. Kind of crazy in my opinion, but I was looking forward to seeing the nerfs, you know, and there aren't as many as you might think, which is, yeah, a shame and very disappointing, unfortunately. June got no nerfs. All the guard breaks got nerfed a little bit. So you know, follow-ups after guard breaks got nerfed. Like for Clive, for example, he'll not get a guaranteed 13 frame after his heat guard break. Fang, I think as well, will get plus 11 instead of plus 12. So they fixed some stuff here and there, but obviously we are talking about bigger things, like overall changes to characters that are just homing plus crazy range, tracking. You know, no changes to Lars, no changes to June, Brian, like not really changes. King, same thing. Steve didn't get changed much. Law, I think no changes as well. Lydia didn't change much as well. Anna got some stuff nerfed, like her down pick 4. Basically, a lot of frames and her guard break as well. But that's just not enough. And you know, the issue is, I'm afraid we're gonna play this version for the rest of the year, balance wise. So yeah, Evo Vegas is in 3 weeks. It's in 3 weeks and I'll be there. I'm gonna try my best, of course, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I expected more, and I will try my best to try to be ready for these crazy matchups, like, you know, Lars especially, Victor as well at the wall, and then Brian and Anna and Alisa and King and Law, like the list goes on. But yeah, guys, this is unfortunately the video for this patch. There isn't like much to say. I was hoping for nerfs, but my expectations were low anyway. You know, seeing these other patch notes. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, the only, at least for me, good thing about this patch is that now that I see that they haven't changed Xiaoyu's, you know, we've been talking about this, her combo game where she has to do a mini dash. You know, her mini dash after Reina and Stampy forward, this one here, mini dash into up pick 3. The fact that they didn't change that tells me that it's gonna stay like this, which also means, spoiler, I've been working on this season 2 combo video, and I'm gonna drop it soon, and you will find a lot of stuff in there, and I cannot wait for you to see it. So that's like the only positive thing I can take away from this. I will not have to change the video, which is honestly pretty much done, so you can look forward to that. But overall, yeah, not the best patch again, and yeah, the future does not look that promising right now. Yeah, we have to keep our heads up, I guess. Hope for the best. And yeah, make the best out of it. But that, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. We'll see what's gonna happen starting in August, what the changes are gonna be. Also, guys, Fakumram, once he's out, it's gonna take a while for me to prepare this anti-Fakumram video. But yeah, if he's gonna be broken, I don't think there's gonna be a patch until Evo, so GG's to that as well. But yeah, we're gonna lap him anyway. But for now, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.